Hey, what's up? So this is the second video as promised for Jeff Juice, but I think it's going to help some other people too. And we kind of see it on the forums a lot too. It's about the Sharp Maker. So it's going to be funny for me to try to do a video on Sharp Maker when I actually don't own a Sharp Maker, believe it or not. I just kind of freehand touch up all my stuff and if you care to, if you haven't seen it, I've got a whole series on how I freehand sharpen and all them techniques, the techniques you're seeing here, and some of the philosophy that I kind of have in my head will all apply even if you're not using a sharp maker. So I think we're gonna get through the video all right, as long as you know, as long as you realize, I guess, that you can apply everything, even my other sharpening series videos. I keep pointing this way like it's over there. It's not. I think it's like down here or over there, possibly in the side videos. But if not, click on my name here, and you should be able to check out my channel and go see the other series of sharpening videos. And I'll add this into the mix. So all the sharpening stuff that I've done so far, you can apply that to however you sharpen, because sharpening is mostly, once you know how and what you're supposed to be doing, you'll actually be able to do it. The means of how you get there is kind of up to you, because sharpening is just grinding away steel and to leave behind a sharp edge. So let's get to it. Java Juice is kind of posed the question, with the Sharp Maker, it has the 30-degree setting and the 40-degree setting, and kind of asking, what I recommend. For me, any kind of modern steel, and I'm even 154 cm, which is a great EDC steel, and even like VG10, and of course stuff like S30V, S90V, M4, ZDP, stuff like that. Unless you're really abusive with your knife, cutting all kinds of crazy stuff. Um, Me personally, I'd like 30 degrees or under. Shoot, if I can go even lower, I will, and I do frequently and I don't roll my edge. I feel like I should be doing something here to not be talking with a blank piece of paper. But anyways, yeah, I always like to go as low as possible. So Spyderco mostly sets their knife, I believe, they try to hit around 15 degrees, so it can touch up on a 30-degree sharp maker setting. So what I have here are some Spyderco profile rods. So I'm going to pretend that these are the sides of your sharp maker. And again, remember, you can apply the theory to any way that you sharpen. So basically, Jeff had asked, should he keep using the 40-degree setting, which is wider, and be widening up his bevel, or should he stay with the 30-degree and keep doing? And basically, I'm just going to try to draw you what that looks like and what it does to your knife, because either one is right. It just depends on what you want. For me, I would say stay with 30. Actually, me personally, I like lower than 15 per side. I like around 12. For the simple fact, let me just draw this down for you. Okay, so you're going to have to pardon my drawing. I'm kind of reaching over a camera and trying to talk. So again, this is very exaggerated, and this is the very edge of the knife. So let's zoom up on this area. Would still look like this, and then you have your edge. I like my edge as low as possible. So let's zoom up again. So it'll be shoulder, shoulder, very edge. So you can see I keep zooming up on the blade. So here is the very, very edge. And what I'm trying to explain is not even the primary. I'm talking about the very cutting surface of the edge. is what we're looking at, what I'm trying to show here. So this would be the very cutting edge, primary bevel, if you will. Okay, so why I like my knives laid back as low as possible. They're very sharp and they cut very well when you lay the angle back as far as possible. So you're looking, for me, on a sharp maker. That's why I don't have a sharp maker, because I like more versatile angles than what I can get. You know, just freehand really gives me every angle that I want and every, you know, in between everything. So, but, okay, if I was to touch this up on the sharp maker, on even a 15 setting, which is the 30 setting, look, I'm hitting the very edge. So basically the same thing too. If you have your edge set for the 15 degrees, which would be the 30-degree setting, I'm talking like 15 per side. So what they mean, this 15, 15, you know, total is 30. But the 40-degree setting works because what it's doing, it's slowly, very slowly, putting a micro bevel on it. So you're kind of skipping, sharpening the whole side of the knife, the primary bevel, if you will, and you're going straight to the edge, which that's where your knife's going to get sharp at. You can sharpen, I don't know if I'm explaining this well. Feels like I'm not showing you what I have in my head. But the actual crappy dull edge is right here, obviously. So your higher 40 degree, this is your sharp maker rod. This is your knife, so this is steel here. You know, is actually hitting the very edge. And I don't mean to keep saying that over and over again. Or you can use the 15-degree setting, and you have to eat away more steel, because now you're eating up this whole, because the 15 almost matches the bevel of the knife perfectly. Instead of just touching up the very edge, you're touching up the whole primary edge, which is fine. You know, it's that's what I said, it's what you want. So this is going to take you longer. The 30-degree setting is going to take you longer because you're slowly eating away a little more steel than you are if you went with the 40-degree setting. You know, it's like this. So, but of course, for the sharp maker, you hit one side, and then you hit the other side, like that. But with the 40, you're actually reaching the very edge your first stroke down. You know, but also the trade-off to that is you're widening your bevel every time you sharpen your knife, which for me, that's not a terrible thing, because every few months, or how heavy of a user you are, it may only be once a year. Reprofile that bad boy. If you're only using the sharp maker, get some diamond sleeves for it. Spyderco makes them. Or you can even take a DMT stone and say your sharp maker is like this. I've heard of guys laying or rubber banding a DMT continuous surface stone so the angle stays the same. Rubber band that bad boy up on top, and then use it, you know, just like you would a sharp maker. And yet you're on a diamond stone. You're staying at the same exact angle that your sharp maker set. So when you reprofile it, you're ready to go. And you take that DMT stone, unrubber band it, you're ready to go right at the exact angle. So, yeah, kind of wrap it up real fast. Either setting is good. No, it's going to take you longer to reach the very edge with the 40-degree setting. And with the 40, you're putting on a micro bevel, which could be a whole nother video. So hopefully, it feels like I'm not really saying what I want to say. But hopefully, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to get to them. Maybe I'll delete this video if, you know, it gets enough, like WTFs, you know. What the hell are you talking about? So the 30 is just going to take you longer to get to this very, very pointy edge here. So that's it.